Hi everyone, this is Suzanne with Giffords on the Go, and one of the requests we had was some variations of the cinnamon nut keto muffin mug for the microwave, which is easy. So we wanted to touch on a couple things. People were asking about these little paper cup things. Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. We even found some at Hobby Lobby. There's some awesome different cups. These little bit smaller ones just take a smidge longer because it makes the muffin more dense. But these are in the party section where the party supplies are, and they're inexpensive and they're really handy because you can make up your mug muffin and you can take it out the door and you don't have to worry about bringing home dirty dishes. You don't have to worry about chasing down dishes, that kind of thing. So today I'm going to use the Halloweeny ones because we still have a bunch of those. And I want to make a chocolate keto style mug muffin. And so first thing I do is I start with two tablespoons of butter in each little container. You don't have to, it's as close as you can get to it, okay? And then I just stick it in the microwave to melt it real quick, which makes it really handy. Kind of get the base going. It takes about 30 seconds, especially if you have it at room temperature. And then today, one of the things that we're going to add to this, one of the things that we love so much is this woman created these chocolates. They're called Lillys chocolates, and they're made, the sweetener is stevia. Her daughter had cancer, and so she wanted to create a foundation to raise money to help other cancer, especially children. And so she designed and made, one of the research shows is that regular sugars feed cancer. And so when she wanted to make a tasty way to have sweets, she started working with stevia and some of the other non-sugary sweeteners. So this is one of the chocolates that we're going to be in our muffins today. And just like that, they're all melty. So we're going to start with a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. That's kind of the same as the other recipe I shared with you guys. It's becoming a staple. Like for me, I just grab a baking powder that works for us. You use what you like. There's no preciseness on that. I do a splash of a really good sea salt or a mineral salt. One of the things that when I was doing catering all the time is I really love this real salt. It's actually out of Utah, the mine, and you can see the minerals inside of the salt, which is really good for us, especially on keto, because we're lacking a lot of the extra sweeteners or the extra electrolytes. So I take a second real quick and just mix that baking powder into the butter so it can start doing its little oxidizing magic-y stuff that they do. And there's that. And then I go into and I do my vanilla. I try to do my liquids except for the egg again, vanilla to me, more is better, but if you don't like vanilla, don't use it. Use a different flavor. Use almond. I bet almond would be very good with this because this is a chocolate muffin. We are going to add almonds to our chocolate muffin because we love it, and the stevia chippies. So, all right, so we're going to add now 1 tablespoon of the coconut flour in each cup. I'm just going to set these behind me so they're out of the way. I forgot to add in my little, this is erythritol, I think that's how you say it, and I put it in a little chopper, a mini processor, and it gave me kind of like confection powder. Much cheaper that way, and it kind of takes down that cost. I do a tablespoon in each. Again, if you're not this is still not sweet like this, but it's a nice flavor. If you only want a teaspoon, you want to use stevia, you want to use xylitol. If you're somebody who doesn't mind using honey, use honey. I've just found that for Chris and I, while we're doing keto or the low carb lifestyle for us, this is what's working. We're trimming down. So that's what's important. So now we're going to do 2 tablespoons of golden flaxseed meal. There's a twofold with this. Flaxseed gives us a lot of the fibers, which gives us our gut balancing health. And one of the issues with a lot of keto menus is there's almost too much fats and proteins in some ways, and there's not enough fiber, because people get all weirded out about adding fiber to their diet because they think it's a carb. Fiber is a negative, what you would call a negative carb, because when you have a fiber, it becomes a pass-through. So it doesn't stay in your body like a carb from an apple. Make sense? Okay. All right, so we got our main things there, and then we're going to add a tablespoon each. I'm using this organic cacao powder. If you have, this one is the Dutch process. This one, it just happens to be a really good one that I like. If you have Hershey's cocoa powder, use that. If you don't have Hershey, just use what you have on hand. Do not complicate this, please. Just enjoy and have fun with this, because the more you can enjoy this lifestyle and the more you can adapt it to making it flavorful, the more you're going to stay on it. We've been on it about 5 months now, I think, and it's really, we went shopping yesterday and we got some new pants, so let me tell you, it's working. All right, now I like the sliced almonds because it's easy. I can just scoop out, add a good tablespoon if you want a little more. For us, we really love the flavor concepts with it. I'm going to do the chocolate chips at the very end after I mix the egg. So I'm going to do an egg now. I'm not the most graceful breaking eggs. You guys will figure that out. Use a fork to... I find a fork is the best tool to really kind of, almost like a whisk in a way, to really get in here and mix this up. If you don't mix it up real good, it seems like you just get these chunks of egg or chunks of the flaxseed meal. Give it a really good whippy. And what you'll notice as you're mixing is it actually thickens up. It becomes like gel-like. So at this stage is when I'm going to mix in the Lillys. You do you. This is what I like. If you don't want them, don't use them. I just find that it just makes this like this really cool breakfast muffin that's kind of like it's Sunday. So it's all ready to go. I put it in the microwave for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Your microwave may take 1:30. Your microwave may take 1 minute. For this particular one, because it's a convection oven microwave, it seems like it doesn't get as hot as other microwaves. So this one's ready to go. I'm going to add the egg to it. Again, me and eggs are going round and round. Sorry. And the reason I do the egg mixing up before I add the chocolate chips is because I find that sometimes if you have larger items, it just doesn't, you don't get that full mix. Too many interrupters in there. So, and cacao powder is cacao. The cacao bean it's got so many antioxidants for your body. For a while there, Chris and I were drinking choffee, which was a cacao beans that were roasted and ground up like coffee, and I still have it on hand, and it was this chocolatey kind of nutty flavor. Wonderful, and we'll do that occasionally. So that's it for me, because we live in the camper and our fluctuation of temperature could be 30 degrees in one day. I throw it in the fridge, so that worked for me. There you go, the first muffin's done. Throw that, take one out, put one in. There you go. And you can see the chocolate's melted right there. And if you, it literally can pop right out. If I wanted to, I can pop this out on a pretty plate. I could sprinkle a little the erythritol powdered, or have some fun with it and make it really decorative. I did that the other day with a cinnamon muffin. I put a little dash of cinnamon on top with a little sprinkle of the erythritol, and it was kind of like having a fancy muffin. So for everybody who's interested in more recipes like this, if you want to give us a good following and click and subscribe, and if you have questions or you would like to understand where I'm getting ingredients from, again, we travel for work, so sometimes the accessibility of some of these ingredients becomes difficult, so Chris orders it from Amazon for me. Works out. Either way, don't tell me you can't get it, because you can. Just sometimes you got to think out of the box. But we would love to have you follow us, subscribe, and click on like, and please share this with your friends that are trying to do a low carb lifestyle. And if they're curious on more recipes on the go, because little tricks like this, believe it or not, kind of keep you on track. Because if it's too difficult, you give up too easy. So this is fun stuff that makes it healthy and easy. And there we go. The second one's done. Thank you, everybody. This is Suzanne with Gippers on the Go, and you guys have a beautiful day.